Ali Naqvi announced his arrival in Test cricket in style, scoring a magnificent century on debut against a formidable South African bowling attack. Facing the likes of Allan Donald, Shaun Pollock, Brett Schultz, Brian McMillan, Pat Simcox, and a young Jacques Kallis was no easy task. But the young right-hander displayed remarkable grit and temperament. In the first test at Rawalpindi in October 1997, Ali Naqvi stood tall and composed, crafting a well-earned 115 runs of 270 deliveries. He batted for nearly 6 hours, 352 minutes, striking 14 classic boundaries in a knock full of patience and purpose. It was a memorable effort under pressure, and fans had high hopes from the youngster after such a solid start. However, despite that impressive beginning, Ali Naqvi's test career never quite took off. He featured in just 5 test matches for Pakistan, scoring 242 runs in 9 innings at an average of 30.25. His overall record included 31 boundaries and 1 catch, a brief international stint that left many wondering what could have been. Was he lucky to miss out in an era packed with top-notch Pakistani batting talent, or did he simply not make the most of his opportunities? Whatever the case, his debut remains one of the most memorable ones in Pakistan cricket history. What do you think? Did Ali Naqvi deserve more chances in the Test arena? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Now let's enjoy the Ali Naqvi Test debut century extended highlights.
This is the youngster I was talking about on debut, Ali Naqvi. He's in good touch, giving him opportunity. They say he's 20 years of age. Well, I'm 21. Because they all seem to be 20 or 19 when they start for Pakistan. Look, that's on the up as well. It's nicely in the middle of the bat, but I don't think if I was Allan Donald or Hans the captain, I would be too bothered. I'd like him to play his shots, because I think that my bowlers have an opportunity to get him out.
Well, 3 from the last ball, 12 for no wicket. And that's beautifully played. It was full pitch, and he just picked it up off the toes, away through mid-wicket for 4.
Well, Goose is swinging sort of half volley, fullish half volley, nearly full toss onto the pads.
And a man who played in 57 test matches for his country, toured Pakistan. Oh, and he's way over. Another one.
I must say, Trevor, I have to laugh talking to some of the South Africans a couple of days ago when they looked at this pitch and saw all the grass on. I bet they thought all the Christmases had come home. You know, seam bowling attack basically. And then as the groundsman's shaved it, brushed it up, cut the grass off, and it's become a normal straw-coloured Pakistan pitch. Their demeanour has changed.
Yes, their eyes did light up to start with, but I think they should know by now that the mower is used to good effect as the match day advances. Now this is away past that man that was moved in the backward short leg position, down to fine leg. And we get a single. Oh, this is a beautiful shot. He just lashes that one through the covers for 4. Schultz again, just over pitching a bit there. He's kept it full most of the time, which is not a bad thing, but that was just too full. And with great confidence, he lashed it through the covers. Now that's 4. Was outside the off stump, but it was a bit too short, and he got on top of that one nicely and eased it away past the gully, between gully and backward point for 4. So the runs continue to flow, and Naqvi moves to 17 now.
Well, you were telling me, Trevor, and all our viewers, that he bowled pretty quick in Sri Lanka, did Brett Schultz, but he looks about medium pace this morning. I don't know whether he slept well or he's had a bad breakfast, but he ain't very quick this morning.
Was in the air a little bit, but well wide of Schultz with his follow-through. Simcox does the retrieving. Wasn't that well timed, the shot, so just 2 runs there.
So they're all looking to play shots. They're in that mould. That's why I say if you can get enough balls in the good length area and the good line of off stump just outside, got to tease them a bit so to make it difficult for them to score easy. I don't mean reduce your pace and bowl sort of negative, but just get it in the right slot enough times. It's not enough to get 1 ball and then a couple of 4 balls you give them. You've really got to bowl a couple of overs at either end, so you get about 4 overs in, take 20-25 minutes where they find it difficult to score, so they have to go after a goodish length delivery. See, that's a perfectly bowled delivery. It's a lucky for that.
Well, Schultz will be a little disappointed. He was so looking forward to this test match. He's all fired up mentally. And talking to him 2 days ago, he said, have you seen the grass? And I think he really started getting excited, but now he'll be a bit disappointed that nothing is really happening for him. Pollock is after this one from his position at backward point, and they'll be able to get 2 runs. And South Africa have got a lot of pace in Donald and Schultz, and then of course Pollock and Brian McMillan standing at second slip, but he, like you say, Jeffrey, he's inclined to bang them in, Brian McMillan.
Going nicely eased through the offside. Will get a couple of runs comfortably. Very similar stroke, wasn't it, to the one that he played while Syed Anwar was still at the crease, except the one that he played then, he hit like a shell through extra cover. And this one he played with a little bit more caution. It was slightly wider, give it that. But it does indicate that he's aware of his responsibility now. It's the angle of the ball on a super slow-mo, no swing involved. Just push through the covers with timing.
Cut away, slashed at it hard, and it's gone past the man at that right third slip position. So another boundary here for Naqvi. And the 50 coming up for Pakistan.
Too short, too wide, well played.
One thing nice to see with this young man's cricket is that there are no half measures, at least up to now. The ball is there to be hit, he's going to go after it.
Oh, and that's gone away for 4 more. Another short one, and it got what it deserved.
Yes, he just let the ball come on to him and use the pace to back cut it. He didn't try to hit it too square. There's not much margin for error on this pitch. Probably half a yard only short of a length. And I lied to the fact it was just a little wide of off stump. Wasn't that bad a ball. It was a very good shot more than anything. But I think that gave a good idea, that particular shot, that there isn't much margin for the bowlers. You've really got to be on your mettle today when you're bowling.
It's another fine looking stroke from Naqvi, but straight there to the fielder in the covers. Nine off the over so far. Oh, slow one, well bowled, and that deceived Naqvi. The end of the over, 68 for 1.
Pollock continues. Immediately struck away back with a square on the offside, and there's a man down there now, but he placed it too well, and that's 4 more.
ball a little short, and Naqvi has done the right thing by cutting it really hard.
Oh, that was the edge, but it's the 50. And the no ball fielded by Donald. A great flurry of activity, and those 2 runs have taken Naqvi to 51 in his first Test innings. Well, he must be feeling very pleased, although he's not especially showing. Also, the 100 has come up at the same time. Full of statistics, Naqvi's 50 of 84 balls with 7 fours in 1:33 minutes.
Driven through the offside. The chase for Cornier. And another 3 runs here for Naqvi.
That is a good shot, Ravi. Head coming over the ball nicely, and the foot there for the ball to be driven through offside.
Down the wicket, and he swings it away. It's going to be 4 runs, but he didn't get to the pitch. He had to make an adjustment as he came down. But hitting it with that spin, you see, and helping himself to runs on the onside. Much more difficult to do if he'd have been bowling outside off.
Not entirely convincing, the stroke, but credit to the batsman. Having not really got there, he still went through with it and found the empty area. But Simcock's going to feel some moral victory there. Although, of course, the right-hand column won't indicate that.
Oh, that dropped just short of Bacher at forward short leg.
Whoops, good delivery. A little quicker, fuller, aiming for the Yorker. Well bowled, well thought out. Didn't get any good result from that Shaun Pollock, but it was well thought out. Get up there quicker.
Yes, he's been impressive in this spell, Shaun Pollock. He's mixed things up a bit. Edge, there's no second slip, and this will go for 4. But a moral victory there for the bowler. 4 runs for Naqvi.
Well, that's lovely bowling again. That's real sloppy batting. He's seen himself the previous over play and miss. It's wide, the foot's miles away from the ball, long way away. He's lucky to get away with this. Just sticks his foot down the middle and has a big wipe at it.
And goes over the top here. That boundary will take him into the 90s. He's a 92. The good thing there for Naqvi was that he went through with a shot. Again, right to this knock, we've said before that there's been no half measures with Naqvi. The ball's there to be hit, doesn't mind having a go at it.
Now then, Ravi, now that he's in the 90s, how did you used to approach that situation? Only 1 or 2 players who took ages to get from 90 to 100. And others that made a concerted effort to play some shots and not want to hang around there.
Well, I guess he's done all the hard work here. If anybody would have been in his shoes here, he would be looking to just treat the bowling on merit, not try and be overcautious, because that can bring about your downfall. At the same time, not to try and be in too much of a hurry. He's done all the hard work to reach 92. So there's no harm in continuing to be a little patient. 178 for 4.
That's another fine stroke, taking him, inching his way nearer to 100. It's going, is that gone? No, it's been stopped there just. And Simcock's down there. And they've done 3.
Naqvi has been impressive is that he hasn't really blocked too many of his deliveries. He's just been his hard chance there. Naqvi giving it its full might, and Simcox just dropping it in the end.
And there it goes. Is that going to be his 100? I think it is. Yes, over the rope for 4, and Naqvi has become the 5th Pakistani to score 100 in his first Test match. And look at the Pakistan side, and look at Naqvi. That is real rejoicing. He must feel $1,000 million. Goodness me.
What a way to bring up his 100. Brilliant knock indeed. I mean, that was really a fairy tale story coming to a brilliant ending, and it should continue really. I mean, he has really played outstandingly well. Played with a big heart, chose the balls to hit really well. This time going over the top through mid-wicket, just standing there, helping the ball to the boundary. What a way to bring his 100.
So a lot of his temperament, didn't he, that he is prepared to take the risk. And Ali Naqvi's 100 came in 319 minutes from 236 balls with his 12th 4. And his name is now indelibly in the record books forever.
The good thing about his 100 is that he just carried on playing the same way that he came in, first in when he was here at 10 in the morning.
Runs here, we'll have to wait to see if they were off the bat or the pad. Simcox fielding, and 2 have been scored, and they are leg byes. Well, that was one of the very few loose ones that Simcox has bowled. It was a long hop, and it got the treatment.
Ali Naqvi, who now must be gaining in confidence. There it is. Long hop, bang, just wide of the square leg fielder to the boundary.
Yes, I think you might have hit that one before.
I think I would have given a catch. But Henry, in all fairness to the Pakistani batsmen, they are coming out of 25 one-day internationals.
Yes, it's a great many, that, isn't it? It makes one wonder if the people who organise these things have got the balance quite right.
I think now they've realized it and are doing something about it, that in a year you should play only 25 one-dayers and so many test matches.
I'm sure that's right. That again was a clever piece of bowling. Simcox varies his flight so well. He gave that one rather more air. You could see him hold it back, and Naqvi went for it, thinking the ball was on him before it was.
There it is again. Intelligent piece of bowling by Simcox. He's bowled well today.
This is going to be 4 runs down the vacant third man. You didn't see the signal from the umpire, but that's the new ball, I think. It certainly looked like it. It was raced across the turf.
Played it beautifully, didn't he? Just sort of steered it with a slightly open face. He tried to hit it, and that's forced a change in the field. Instead of South Africa having 3 slips to him, they're now taking 3rd slip out and put 3rd man down there. They're not going to give him easy 4 balls.
And that one goes past the bats. Little skip from the wicketkeeper Dave Richardson as he took it, knowing that was pretty close to the outside edge. And Donald will probably feel he needs that 3rd slip with the gully in there, because not only has the 3rd slip been taken away and dropped down to 3rd man, but the gully's gone out into the covers. So there's just 2 slips in position.
Yes, I don't disagree with you there, Trevor. I think I'd risk a 3rd slip and a 3rd man, and I'll probably take the man away from where Jonty Rose is at backward point. I think if a nick went to third, 3.5 slips probably on this, and I didn't have anybody there, this stage of the game where it's finely balanced, I think I'd be pretty cross. I mean,
Especially with the new ball.
absolutely. I think it's worth the gamble of giving away an odd couple of runs more. You take Jonty Rhodes out of that backward point position, third man's going to cut off the 4 anyhow there. It usually be 2 runs.
Has this gone straight up in the air? It has. It's a difficult catch, but it's very well taken. And that was the most outrageous shot played. And what a great disappointment at this critical stage. And Gary Thurston, who's taken these sort of catches before, he's a very fine fielder, and he took a very, very good catch there, and a very important one.
Well, it was the closest shot he's played after a very fine innings. We're coming towards the end of the day. Pakistan in a dicey position. Brilliant catch it was. Give the fielder all credit for that. But the young man's played splendidly all day. Lovely 115, but quite frankly, were a very disappointing end. 206 for 6.
Ali Naqvi, a compact and technically sound right-handed batsman, was known for his straight bat and calm presence at the crease. His rise to international cricket was nothing short of majestic. Without much first-class experience under his belt, he burst on the screen and carved his name into the record books with a century on Test debut, a rare feat most players only dream of. In 1997, after impressing in domestic Grade 2 cricket for House Building Finance Corporation, Ali Naqvi was selected for the Pakistan A tour of England. His solid performances during the tour caught the attention of selectors. Upon returning home, he was picked to play for the PCB Board 11 against the visiting South Africans, a high-pressure match that marked his first-class debut in Pakistan. Rising to the occasion, the young batsman scored a commanding century and followed it up with a half-century, forcing the selectors' hand. At just 20 years of age, he was handed his Test cap in the first Test at Rawalpindi. Facing a fierce South African pace battery, his Test debut century was a knock of maturity well beyond his years, a debut to remember against one of the most intimidating attacks in world cricket at that time. However, the fairy tale start did not last long. In the next 7 Test innings spread across home matches against South Africa and an away series in Zimbabwe, Ali Naqvi struggled for runs, managing only 108 runs. His average dipped, and with fierce competition in Pakistan's star-studded batting lineup, he was soon dropped from the national side. In total, Ali Naqvi played just 5 Test matches, scoring 242 runs at an average of 30.25. His brief career leaves fans wondering what might have been had he been given a longer run or found his rhythm sooner. Was it harsh to let it go of a youngster who had shown so much promise early on? Or was it simply a case of Pakistan bench strength being too strong to wait? One thing is certain, Ali Naqvi's debut innings remains a shining memory for cricket lovers. What do you think? Did he deserve more chances in Test cricket? Share your thoughts in the comments below. In first-class cricket, Ali Naqvi featured in 115 matches, amassing 5,898 runs in 179 innings at an average of 35, including 14 centuries and 24 50s, with the highest score of 180. With the ball, he delivered 6,484 balls, claiming 102 wickets at an average of 28.50, including one 5-wicket haul, with the best figure of 5 for 65, and he took 48 catches. In List A games, he appeared 64 matches, scoring 2,423 runs at a fine average of 43.27, boasting 8 centuries and 13 50s with 248 fours and 26 sixes. He also took 24 wickets from 1,467 deliveries at an economy rate of 5.10, with the best of 3 for 17, and he held 18 catches. In the shortest format of cricket, T20, Ali Naqvi played 5 matches, scoring 183 runs at a striking rate of around 159.13, including one half century. With 18 fours and 5 sixes, he also bowled 102 balls, taking 2 wickets at an economy rate of 8.12. While he may not have had a long stint in the Pakistan national team, Ali Naqvi's calm technique, solid temperament, and memorable debut have etched his name into cricketing conversation. His story reminds us that talent sometimes shines briefly but leaves a lasting impression. If you like this video, please comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.